I can help you lower your blood pressure in 3 ways. Number 1, the first way is go for a walk. Now the key to walking for blood pressure management is you need to do about 150 minutes per week, which equates to a 30-minute walk 5 times a week. You combine this with the number 2 recommendation that I make, then you're gonna be a rock star. But let's get back to the walking first. You're gonna need to walk a certain speed, and you can see right now that I'm walking pretty fast and my stride is pretty good. This is key. You need to walk as if there were zombies behind you and they want to eat your brains. Now, as soon as you run away from zombies, what happens? You've seen it in every movie. You trip and fall, and then the zombies, you break your femur, and then you can't run. Zombies come and eat your brains, whatever's left of them. The key is you don't have to run. You could do this all through walking, but it has to be a very fast pace. So how do you know you're walking fast enough? You could do it based on your heart rate. So if you take 180 minus your age, so if you're 50 years old, 180 minus your age is 130. So if you check your heart rate with either a watch or a heart rate monitor and it's 130, you're doing great. Now what if the heart rate is too high? What does that actually mean? Well, unfortunately, the bad news is what that means is you're not in very good shape. Just walking fast, your heart rate is racing. That means over time, you're gonna need to get in better shape. But by simply walking 150 minutes a week, you're gonna be able to do it. So if your heart rate is 160, slow down, get it to that magic number, and you'll be fine. Now, what if your heart rate is not high enough when you walk? Well, that actually means that you're probably in pretty good shape, and walking is not enough stimulus for you in order to get that cardiovascular benefit that lowers your blood pressure. So you're the type of person that may need to run, or if you can't run, you could walk, you could swim, ride a bike, that type of thing. So now we're gonna go to number 2. Number 2 is deep breathing exercises for about 5 minutes a day. This can revolutionize your life for a number of reasons. And I don't care whether you call it pranayama, I don't care if you call it Wim Hof technique, I don't care how you think about it. It's so simple, but you don't overthink it. It has to be in a relaxed fashion. So you're gonna breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth for a period of 5 minutes. That equates to about 30 deep breaths. If you're starting to get dizzy and you're starting to feel faint, you have to consider that you're just inhaling deeply and letting the air out, and you're getting faint. You're gonna get better at it as time goes on, but there may be a medical condition where your doctor may not want you to actually breathe or deep breathe. But if you're in that bad a shape, then you need to work on this. But the reason why deep breathing works so well is because it stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, which causes a neurological situation to where it causes your entire blood vessels as well as your mind and body to simply relax. The other thing that it does is it stimulates nitric oxide production. And this is a gas that's developed inside our blood vessels where it relaxes and dilates our blood vessels, thus lowering your blood pressure. The third and final thing that you can do to lower your blood pressure is to eat a nutrient-dense diet. So regardless of whether you do vegan, vegetarianism, you do keto, you do carnivore, you do Atkins, it doesn't matter. As long as you're eating nutrient-dense foods where you get all the minerals and nutrients necessary to dilate our blood vessels. There are studies that show that beetroot juice can reduce our blood vessels within 1 hour. It peaks at about 3 hours, and it can last an entire day. There's spinach, there's arugula, lots of foods that have been studied to lower blood pressure. And if you're afraid of oxalates, then just don't eat them because you're afraid of kidney stones. But the majority of people do not have problems with these foods. The less processed foods you eat, the better. Don't eat foods that have a lot of seed oils or sugar, and you're gonna do great. You're gonna lower your blood pressure. Now, there are many things that lower blood pressure. It's not just this stuff. And what you want to do is maybe go to this video right here on the right-hand side of your screen, because that will give you a complete guide of everything that you can possibly do to lower your blood pressure naturally. And if you don't want to lower your blood pressure naturally, then don't. Just take medication. But those are the choices that you're up against, because you don't want to fool with high blood pressure, because it's one of the #1 predictors of heart attacks and stroke. and that would suck. I know what you're thinking right now. Is he gonna actually eat his greens? Is he gonna eat this grass? The answer is no. I only eat organic grass that hasn't been pooped on by our neighbor's dogs. How do I get all my magnesium if I'm not eating all this grass? I take Magnesium Breakthrough by Bioptimizers. 2 tablets is 500 milligrams of magnesium. There are 7 different types of magnesium in each tablet. Fantastic product. There will be a link and a discount code down below in the description. Is that the neighbor that keeps pooping? Someone keeps pooping on our front lawn.